So as most of you probably know, I like Pokemon, and me from 6 years ago also had the same opinion. So, just like most kids who liked Pokemon, I made my own Fakeamon. Some good, most not. But today, I'm gonna take some of these old designs and remaster them with my own modern style. Yeah, let's do that. The first Pokemon I want to talk about is this poor Pokemon, Subtle. It's basically just a sub with an eye. It's a pretty sad excuse of a Pokemon, but I've got an interesting idea for it, so let's see how it turns out. So, for Subtle, the first detail I wanted to make is that the one eye kind of gave me the idea of doing something squid-like. But what would I do with this squid? Well, I decided what if I took a piece of wreckage of a submarine and the squid kind of shielded itself with the piece of wreckage. And I thought that was a cool idea, so I went with it. Also, this video only shows the sketch of it because if I showed the whole drawing portion, it would go on forever. You'll be able to see the finished design at the end of the video. Also, one last thing, this is the only Pokemon that I changed the name of because with its new design, the original name didn't make too much sense, so its new name is Sublock. The next Pokemon I want to talk about is this Pokemon, Galaxtron. As you can probably tell, he's based off a galaxy, which is a neat concept, but I definitely could have executed it a bit better, so let's try to do that. Now, this one's probably my favorite out of all the three designs I reworked. First, I made the eye in the middle look more like sort of a black hole, since, because I'm a space nerd, most galaxies tend to have black holes at the center of them, which allowed for a pretty neat looking concept. I also turned one of the little swirly bits into a claw, which was very nifty. The hardest part about this design was getting the swirly thing right. As you can see, it took me a few times and I had to adjust a few times. But after that was done, in the full design I added some gradients and some stars, and it ended up looking very cool. And yeah, that's about all I had to say about this one. Enjoy the rest of the drawing. Now, this last one is interesting because it might be the first Fakeamon I ever made. This is stock, and I thought his first appearance was on this little Pokemon card, but after some digging, I found this, which includes stock design, along with some other very original designs, like Zap, Heat, Dragon. Which one of these came first, I'm not quite sure, but regardless, let's get into drawing this guy. Now, of course, since this was one of my earliest designs, if not my earliest, there was a lot I wanted to change about it. The first was just making it look more like a plant and not just a weird stalk, which I guess makes sense, it is its name, but I still wanted to make it look more like a plant. For the arms, I kind of combined the card design with the other design, making them sort of claw-like, but also having the leaves at the end, and also making them kind of look like vines, which I think is pretty neat. For the unibrow he has, I tried to do kind of a leaf on his head, and I thought that looked pretty cool. You can see me try to do a lot of different things with the bottom of him, but I end up settling on a bush with some grass-like things growing out of the top, and I think it looked pretty good. Also, I just realized that all of the three designs I chose to focus on only have one eye, which I swear was not intentional. Anyway, yeah, that's about all I have to say. Enjoy the rest of the drawing. Now, here are the three finished designs, and I think they all turned out pretty good. This video was really fun to make, and if you thought it was fun to watch, then why not hit the subscribe button? Anyways, that's the end of this video, and I will see you at some point